Hey, hope you're doing well. I'll quickly go over what I did in December and then we'll also do a little recap of 2021. Let's get into it. The first thing that happened this month was thanks to Bruce Hodges and the Future Transform team, I was actually flown out to Spain to speak at Bank Inter's Future Transform on my perspective on Gen Z's financing habits. And then on top of that, I also talked about some of my health projects. My favorite part about the conference was it's essentially 25 of some of the world's smartest people in a specific area. So in this case, it was fintech and blockchain coming together to give their thoughts on where they think the industry is going, as well as some of the applications of it. And my favorite part was when we would come together in these group sessions and brainstorm ideas on how we could use these types of technologies to help serve underserved populations. The second thing that happened this month in regards to the thermopals, we actually had to take a step back because we realized a huge problem with charging the watches. We can't put the onus on the home to actually charge the watches because that's huge operational strain on top of what they already have to do in terms of COVID and even taking care of the families. And the other problem we realized is we can't get a representative to do it because if COVID spikes again, then there's not going to be any visitors allowed. And if there's no visitors allowed, then the representative who's coming into the home from our company to charge the watches also won't be allowed. And so right now we're trying to figure out a solution to this whole charging problem before we can go forward and implement that pilot. For the open defecation project, what we started to do now is create little simulations of what we would have in our pilot, but in Jos, Nigeria, with all our vendors and suppliers. Since we can't go there physically, what we realized is we still need to be able to trust these vendors and these partners. And so to do that, we're doing mini simulations. So for example, we got our carpenter to create one toilet instead of getting them to create all 41. And we're doing the same thing with our lab, getting to do one small simulation of one family's urine to see if this will all work. And so we're going through that with all of our vendors, all of our suppliers, and all of our partners so that we can ensure trust in the entire process before we get started with all 41 families. It's the best way for us to be able to develop, some sort of trust and to be able to believe in the people that are helping us make this pilot a reality since we can't be there physically right now. Well, that's it for December, but for my 2021 recap, I made this doc that quickly goes over, some of the main things that I did in the entire year. And it's interesting to see. I've been making these for about like 4 years of my life now. I sound old. I'm not. Okay, I'm only like 17, but I've been making a doc like this, and it's interesting to see how each year the amount of things that are on the doc decreases. When I started this in 2018, and then in 2019 it was 8 things on the doc, and 2020 was 7 things, and now it's only 5 things. It kind of shows that I've been trying to hone more and focus on specific projects and get more tangible results rather than just doing a bunch of things. And I think it's really interesting to see the progress that I made and the types of projects that I'm now working on compared to all the way back when I was like 14 or 15 years old. Anyways, go check out the doc if you want to see my 2021 recap. That's it. I guess I'll see you guys at the end of January or start of February. Bye.